Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from just getting out of a mental institution. The Mormons put me there, and they wouldn't let me go. But anyway, I escaped out the back door. I just wanted to let you know I haven't died. I was in captivity. So I feel like I'm a POW. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know I am still alive. I was tortured. They put the electrodes on the old gonads and, made me scream and yell. But, I hung in there. They said Joseph Smith's a true prophet, right? No, yeah. So anyway, you know how they are. Anyway, I wanted to, Anna, it's a Coke. It's a Coke. There's no rum in here. Stop your crap. I want to let you know, just an update of why I haven't produced any videos. Number one, I didn't want to. Number two, I didn't want to. The truth of the matter is that I'm really busy with my teenage daughter, Abigail. She's going to drive in the next 30 days. She'll have her license. And I got her a job as a courier. Now, let me tell you something. When you're a courier, you can't break the law. You'll be unemployed. You'll simply be unemployed. You get tickets, and pretty soon courier companies won't hire you, etc. So I've been riding with her every day for a couple of hours a day on a route, and teaching her the route and teaching her the ins and outs of driving. Now, if you've never taught a teenage daughter to drive, I have some advice for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. We were going out the other night in the driveway. And they love to multitask. Their face is way down there in the radio and way down there in the iPhone, and it's playing this and playing that, and there's clowns dancing on the dashboard. Anyway, I look up, and we're going to hit a tree. We're off the roadway, and the tree is like 2 feet in front of us. And I did a video. I'm a screamer. And I screamed, Abigail, the tree! And they're quick. These young people, their reflexes are 100% better than old people. By damn, she missed it. And I said, listen, how would you explain to the insurance company that you were just driving out of the driveway and a tree jumped off the curb in front of you? She says, well, I don't know, but I'd give it a good try. I said, you damn stupid kid. Don't look down. Get your eyes out on the road. So anyway, I've been dealing with Abigail and learning to drive. And I have to say, yesterday she was perfect. She drove 100 miles perfect. Heavy traffic, freeways, you name it. She was perfect. So she's making, I don't know, 250 bucks, 300 bucks a week, and she's in 10th grade. God damn. I never made that when I was in my 30s. So anyway, I'm as happy as can be that she's taking it serious, and I'm going to feel comfortable letting her go at 16. You can't do it. You can't guarantee she's not going to hit somebody or somebody hits her. The other day, I was sitting there, and here comes a dog. I could see the owner lost the little dog on the leash, and the dog was coming out where we were driving. And I said, Abigail, watch out for the dog. What dog? Oh, jeez. The one that just rolled underneath of our back wheel, you stupid. So anyway, they don't see all the things we see. So that's it with Abigail. Now, an update on the Jordan Police Department. This is one reason I haven't broadcast. Because I like to think. I don't like to just have an experience and then just blurt it all out like I know it all. I don't. I'm just like you. It takes time for me to process and to think, what happened? Why did it happen? Would I do it again? It goes on and on in my brain. And I've done some changing. Like I said, I'm going to be 68 here in a couple of months, and I'm still learning. I'm still changing. All the prisoners in prison that say they were framed or set up or they're not guilty, I don't think all of them are innocent. But after that situation I had in South Jordan there, or West Jordan, I began to understand that if a policeman doesn't like you, they don't like fat people, they don't like bald people, they don't like girls with big boobs or little boobs, whatever, and they write a police report on you, you're fucked. you're fucked. There's nothing you can do. You can't erase the police report. Yeah, you can make a complaint about the officer, but when you have other officers investigating officers, you know where that's going to go. And they all say, well, the officer in the field has discretion. Has discretion. They made that decision, and we're not going to override it. I got scared. I'm an American citizen, and I dodged the Vietnam War. I was going to say I was in the Vietnam War. I was in the air of the Vietnam War. I had my bags packed and a ticket to Canada and 2 kids under my arms. I was married. So anyway, I have always felt safe in the United States. Suddenly I don't. Suddenly that situation changed my mind. If you have got a policeman or a prosecutor or a judge that doesn't like you, you're fucked. You're fucked in this country. Sure, there's laws. I mean, I went to law school there for a year. I have a little bit of a law background. I know what statutory and case law and those kinds of things are. I know the appeals process. But God, by the time you get a lie straightened out, your life's gone. Your life's gone. You just spent 15, 12 years fighting something that you're probably not going to win in the first place. And all of the immunities are with the police and the judge. Now, anytime an officer is doing his job description, he's immune. He's immune to any kind of prosecution if he's performing his job. There's only one exception. One exception. Handicapped or civil rights violations, ADA violations. No judge, no jury, nobody is immune from prosecution of someone who discriminates against you. But if it's not discrimination, you just bow your head and kiss your ass goodbye. So anyway, that's changed my mind. That's changed my mind about how safe I really am in the United States. And I said once again on another video, I worked for a black woman in Kansas City, and we had a conference to go to Thursday night, and she said, can we take your car? I said, sure, that's no problem. And I said, why don't you want to drive? You're in charge. She says, because I'm black. And what the hell does that have to do with driving down into Kansas City? She says, you don't understand. You know what? I do now. I do now. I didn't then. I was in my 40s then. I thought, what was this, reparations ideas or what? No. There is racial profiling. There are policemen who hate Spanish or who hate white or who hate black, and they're going to find some reason to jam it up your butt. And once that starts to happen, all you can do is roll over on the rotisserie and let them barbecue you. I learned to shut my mouth real quick in that interview over there in West Jordan. When he started saying, you're the perpetrator, you're the one trying to make people angry, I said, oh shit. He's going to write that report that way. And I did go in and clarify what my circumstances were. But an ordinary citizen wouldn't have. They would have been just scared to death. And I was upset. I was upset that I called 911. I was the one that was the victim. And he said, no, your conduct is disorderly and I'm reporting it to the DA. What can I do? What can I do? And the answer is nothing. So I don't feel as safe in America as I did just a month ago. I felt that because I've never been arrested, I've never been on drugs, I've never even had a speeding ticket here in the last 50 years, I thought, well, that's a pretty safe place to be. In Mormon, Utah, it's not. In other parts of the country, I'm sure. In Oklahoma, I've been there, they discriminate. So what I'm saying to you is those of you that have been in jail, those of you that have been framed, those of you that didn't do what the police said you're doing, I have a lot of empathy for you now because it happened to me. And I've lost a lot of respect for the police and probably the military in our country because once you give a man a little bit of power, he begins to exercise unrighteous dominion. That's an old Mormon phrase, and it's true. It's true. Once you give a policeman immunity and they can do and say and write down whatever they want, you know, you're screwed. So anyway, it's taken me a week or two to sit down and think, what did that mean? How would I do it differently? Was I right? Was I wrong? Well, the answer is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I was right or wrong. I got screwed. I obeyed the law. But I've seen, in being a kid of the 60s, I've seen college students shot who were just demonstrating, and I've seen police brutality and, you know, other kinds of angry police that take it upon themselves to beat up students or to take people in demonstrations. I saw the demonstrations down south in the 60s with the black people, and they're using hoses and rubber hoses and garden hoses and the fire hoses and beating them with sticks and kicking them and putting everybody in jail who's legally discriminating or legally protesting, not discriminating. So anyway, be that as it may, the Bard has learned. The Bard has learned. No, I'm not going to roll over and kiss their ass. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm on the YouTube right now telling the truth. So if I fade away and I never come back, you'll know they found me. But anyway, I don't feel as safe. And those of you that said, well, you know, I got framed or I didn't really do all the things they said, if I had a charge of disorderly conduct on my record, that's pretty serious. If I was arrested for something else and they pulled up a rap sheet and said, well, he was cited for disorderly conduct in West Jordan a couple of years ago, that shows I have an attitude. And I don't want that attitude, and I didn't have that attitude, but that policeman wanted to make me look like I had that attitude. So anyway, be that as it may, those of you that, you know, I had some advice, and I think it was from Anna, that said, you never talk to the police. I figured that out now. She was right. You never talk to the police. You just simply say, am I being held here, or am I free to go? And if you're free to go, you get your ass in that car or you turn the other way and you walk and you shut your mouth, because you do not know what the prejudices of each police officer is. They're all separate human beings, and how they see the law is up to their own mind, and they have discretion. So they become mini gods, and once they get the ball rolling that you're a disorderly person, before you know it, you're in front of the judge, and before you know it, you've got a year's probation, and before you know it, every time you get stopped at the speeding ticket guy, he'll look in there and say, well, he's a disorderly person. So anyway, be that as it may, I still have health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and in the sinews, power in the priesthood be upon me and upon my posterity, through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. Bard's gone.